Hello everyone. In this video we'll be discussing about if else. If else is a conditional statement in C language. Very first let us see the syntax of if else, how if else works. Later on we'll see with the examples. Okay. So in if else, very first we are using the keyword if. It should be in small letters. Okay. So within the bracket we have to check the condition. Whatever the condition as per the requirement of the question. If this condition is true, then the statements whatever you are writing within this block, we call it as a block, open bracket and close bracket. Within this, whatever the statements you are writing, those statements gets executed if the condition is true. Otherwise, if any chance this condition is getting failed, none of the statement is getting executed here, but the control will go to else. Means if the condition is failed, it will go to else. Means in the else you are writing some statements, those statements are getting executed. So this is the syntax of else if else statement. So let us see with the programming example. Now, in this programming example, let me start with the hash include stdio dot h. Okay, main. All these things are same. So now I have written some question to discuss in detail about the if else. Check out the questions what I have given here. The first one, check if a number is even or odd. What is even number or odd? We have to read one number. We have to read one number and check we have to whether that number is even or odd. When what is an even number actually? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, all these are even numbers. How can we say 2, 4, 6 are even numbers? These are divisible by 2. Divisible by 2. As per the programming, C programming, any number is getting divisible by 2 and the remainder we are getting as 0, then that number is said to be even, otherwise odd, right? So very first I will be discussing about this program. So let me start here. I have to read one number, let me call it as n. Printf enter n value, or you can write enter n simply. Okay, now scanf %d comma ampersand n. This is the step I have written. Scanf is the step I have written to read the input through the keyboard when where the program is getting executed. Okay, so after getting the n value, now I have to check whether that n number is even or odd. If the condition is true, I have to say even, otherwise I have to say odd. So if I am writing here n modulo 2 equals to 0, this symbol we call it as modulo operator. What the purpose of modulo operator is, when you perform the action here, operation here, it will provide the remainder. This modulo operator, you can remember, is a remainder operator. It will provide the remainder. Whenever the number we are giving, that number is divisible by 2, means I mean to say the remainder you are getting as 0. Whatever the 0 answer or whatever the answer you are getting, you are comparing with RHS side 0. If both are same, 0 equals to 0, this condition will be true. Otherwise, this condition will be false. Why we are writing double equal here is, we are, when you have to compare LHS with RHS, you have to use double equal to operator, not single equals to. Okay, if this condition is true, we have to say printf even number or even whatever the message you want to print, you can print. Otherwise, by chance this condition is getting failed, you are telling the computer go to the else, you just print the message odd or odd number. Okay, so this is how we are checking whether the given number is even or odd. Let me execute this code. So I am entering the n value here. 23 I am entering. You know that 23 is even or odd? Odd, right? The system what it is giving? Odd. But the system how it is giving odd, that is important to know. 23 number we have given. Na? So after reading this 23 modulo 2. 23 modulo 2 it will be doing something like, I will show you in notepad. 23 is the number and modulo 2 you are doing. Modulo 2 is nothing but a reminder. Modulo operation gives the reminder. 23. So 2 11s, what is the answer we are getting here? What is the answer? 22 we are getting. And see now what is the reminder we are getting here? The reminder is not 0. What is the reminder you are getting here? The reminder is 1. So as the remainder is not 0, that's why the condition is getting failed and else it will go to the else block, and where it is displaying the message odd, right? That's why we are getting message odd. So now let me execute one more time. I'll give one more number, 34. It will give even. Why? Because 34 modulo 2, the remainder what we will get is 0. As 0 remainder compared with RHS 0, both are same. That's why this condition is getting true. If the condition is true, you are printing message. What is the message you are printing? Even. So like that. So I'll go for the next question. What is the second question given here? Check if a person is eligible for voting or not. In general, what is the eligibility age for getting for a person to vote? 18, right? That is the condition. Let us take. We have to read the age. If that age is greater than or equals to 18, then I should pray. I should print the message eligible. Otherwise, not eligible. Okay. So let us work on this second example. So again, let us get back to our program. You can read n also, no issues, but as the question is about the age, let me give the variable name as age. Enter age value, and instead of n, what we have to write? Age. And now I am not going to use modulo 2 or anything. Whatever the value you are entering in the variable age is greater than or equals to 18. If your entered age, whatever the value you are entering here, is greater than or equals to 18, then you will say that eligible for voting, eligible for voting. Otherwise you will say like what are the message you want print? Not eligible. Let us print like not eligible for voting. Okay. So just look at the code. What I have done here, I have created a variable age, and I am trying to read the value into that variable. Whatever the value you are entering into that variable is greater than or equals to 18, then I will say like eligible for voting. If by chance the condition is getting failed, what I am printing here? Not eligible for voting. Let us execute this. So I am entering the age as 56. What is the output I am getting here? Eligible for voting. Why? Because whatever the number I am entering is greater than or equals to 18. As the condition is true, I am getting the message eligible. For example, I am entering the value as 12. What is the output I am getting here? The output what I am getting here is not eligible for voting. Why? Because the condition is getting failed. So this is the second question we have implemented. And now let us go to the third question. What is the third question given here? Find the largest of two numbers. Biggest of two numbers or largest of two numbers we can work on here. Just so here, check out here. As we need to find the largest of two numbers, what is the eligibility? Very first, what are the numbers? How many numbers we need here? Two numbers are needed. For reading the two numbers, we need two variables. Let us create two variables and let us work on the code. And again, I am writing the code for finding the largest of two numbers or biggest of two numbers. So for finding the biggest of numbers, very first we need two numbers. For reading two numbers, I have created two variables. Printf enter a comma b values. Okay, I have to read two values. So percentage d comma ampersand a comma ampersand b. Now I have two variables in which I will be entering two values, a value and b value. If a is greater than b, what should I say? Printf a is larger. What I should write? A is larger or biggest. Largest. Okay. If the condition is failed, if A is not big, who is big? B is big, right? So I will be writing that. Printf B is big. That's it. This is the code I can write for if else, for finding the biggest of two numbers or largest of two numbers. So let me change it. Instead of big, let me write the same message, largest. That will be fine. Okay, either use biggest or largest or big for both the names. You let us make it as matching. Okay. So A, B values. A value I am entering 12, B value 34 I have entered. Why? What is the output I am getting? B is largest. Why? Because out of 12 and 34, which is the biggest? 34. 34 is stored in B. That's why it is showing that B is largest. The condition is getting failed. A is greater than B. The condition is going to be failed. That's why the if block is not going to be executed. Instead, else block is going to be executed. Okay. So now I will discuss about the next one. Next code. Alphabet is vowel or consonant. Alphabet here means character. but instead of reading the number, integer number, I have to read here character. Okay, so that is vowel or consonant. What is vowel? A, E, I, O, U. If the entered character is A or E or I or O or U, any one of this, then it is said to be vowel. Otherwise, it is said to be consonant. Look here how I am going to write the fourth question. So let us get back to the code. So here what I am doing is ch character I have taken. Okay. So now a printf enter alphabet also I can write, or enter ch I will write. Okay. So for reading the character, what is the format specifier? Percentage D or percentage C? Percentage C, right? So ampersand ch. So now what we are writing is, if that character is A or that character is E or that character is I, or if that character is O, or if that character is U. If any one of the statement, every one of the condition is matched, the entire character is either A or E or I or O or U, any one of these matches, you are printing a message vowel. Otherwise, we are printing a message. What is the message we are printing here? Consonant. Okay, so this is how we can write the code. And note here, we have written only condition for small letters. If we give capital letters here, this program will not work. For it will show as consonant. Let us work on first of all this, and thereafter let us expand the code. Okay, so enter ch character. Let me enter z. What is the input I have given? Z is a consonant, right? So why? Because that enter z not matches with A or E or I or O or U. Now let me enter A. What is the output we are getting? Vowel. Why? Because it is matching with A. For example, even though now I am entering capital A. Capital A is also vowel, but I am getting output as consonant. Why I am getting? Why? Because I have not written capital A in the condition here. So in order to accept them also, we have to expand the code like this, or ch equals to capital A. Like that, we have to write the condition for all the capital letters also. Then your code, entire code will be matching. Either you give capital A or small a, or E or capital E or small e, capital A or small a, capital O or small o, capital U or small u. The code will show it as vowel. Otherwise, it will show it as consonant. So this is the code for checking the given character is vowel or consonant. Okay. So guys, these are the 4 examples I have taken for else, if else. So you can take multiple examples like this. Anything like if this condition is true, then these block of statements are getting executed. Otherwise, these block of statements are getting executed. Like this, we can practice on if else. Okay. Hope you understood the code. Thank you.